All right, let's talk about your next assignment. I put it up there already. It is a computer usage policy. This chapter is all about laws and ethics and policies and all that. Not so awesome stuff, but kind of important. So you have an assignment based on it. I want you to review some different policies and create your own. Okay. We're going to look at a couple today, one in particular, and then I want you guys to come up with one. Okay. There's, they always say there's no right or wrong answer. Well, as long as you submit something, you're going to probably get some credit, as long as it's a policy. Okay. But yeah, we're going to look at a couple different things. It needs to have something for students and faculty and staff and whatever. Okay. You can also break it, different criteria. Maybe students can do something different than faculty. I actually heard last night that Carl Albert Middle School had a rash of porn all of a sudden on students' cell phones. So I guess they were expelling them or something. I don't know what's suspending them or going to go through their phones. I don't know. I haven't heard it in the news. I just heard it from my daughter who goes to the high school. So how much truth is in there, I don't know. But obviously I'm assuming they have a policy in place. Does anyone know what the policy is here at Rose State for internet usage? Any idea? We let anything happen. We really don't care. Does anyone know why we do that?
Because you can't access a lot of stuff.
Actually, we can. We really don't block anything. The whole freedom of speech thing. And, I taught a class up in Meridian Technologies in Stillwater years ago. And it's funny because actually Professor Byers was the head guy up there that I taught for. I was there teaching a nighttime class, and I don't know what we were searching. It was just basically a real basic computer class. And instantly, the entire internet in the room got cut off, and then some guy came, "What are y'all doing in here? Someone's searching an unauthorized word." Wow. Okay. Now here, on the other hand, we have a nursing program, pre-med program. Kind of hard to block any body part because the odds are they need to use those in papers, so they really don't block anything. But what our policy does say, if you all to read the student handbook, if what one guy's doing offends another person, then that's a problem. If it doesn't offend them, whatever. Now, quite a few years ago now, we had a student in room 203 was viewing some explicit websites, and what's technically not against the rules. Well, the lab supervisor at the time, who's gone now, thank God, caught him doing it, and actually went into the student's history and printed off on the color printer every picture he viewed. Then he's like, look, and the student was viewing this picture, and he was viewing this picture, and like, seriously? Why would you do that? But, we've had issues like that, and, and it might be funny. We've had a guy in room 206, kind of in the back corner, using the internet like this in the corner and kind of jumping around a little. And, it's just, what is too much, okay? And what should our policy be? Should we block pornography? Well, if you block pornography, what's pornography? In my forensics class, I do something called steganography, where we have hidden stuff embedded in images. I'm assuming most of you will end up taking a course with that in it. Well, one year I said, I needed a different theme. I always tried to pick a theme of my images. I think last year was superheroes. One year I picked Animal Planet. I went to Animal Planet's website and downloaded like 4,000 pictures. I had some student who was so offended, went to the dean, because there was 2 horses making a baby horse. I'm like, seriously? It's Animal Planet's website. It's kind of like National Geographic, Yeah. So I had to go through and search all 4,000 images, and then I guess there was a banner I missed. It's like, seriously. It offended this student. I'm like, come on. But so usage policies, there's a lot involved that you don't really think about. I can understand maybe in elementary school, middle school, yeah, maybe want to block some stuff like that. But, So when you write your policy, tell me what age group this is. Is it for an elementary school? Is it for a college? Is it for a whatever? I say, you know, for an educational institution, but it's up to you to pick which one. Okay? I have actually a student who actually is a teacher up at Francis Tuttle. He wanted to know what content filter we have. I'm like, content filter? We don't. He's like, you don't? No, freedom of speech. You know, students can do whatever they want, and it's just tough. But so that's what your assignment is. Please just don't give me one sentence. Don't break the computer, and then that's it. You know, I mean, you know, you wouldn't. You know, yeah. Has anyone got Jimmy Scruggs yet as an instructor? Okay, Jimmy's somewhat new here. It was funny because he came in my office last night. He's like, because I warned him about certain things. He's like, I would have never thought in a million years a student would use this excuse. I'm like, yeah, you're going to get them all. Every excuse you can think of. And it's like, it's crazy. But we were doing AWs yesterday, and he's like, I said, Jimmy, don't do it. Just don't give any AWs because they're nothing but a headache. Because what they are is if you don't do something in the first week, we're supposed to do an administrative withdrawal, which kicks you out of the course. Well, the problem is, you know, then you can, well, actually, he did one student out of all his classes. Sure enough, last night got the call, oh, I know I haven't done any work yet, but, you know, my mom was sick, and I really need my Pell Grant to live on, so I need back in your class. And it's like, he's like, I knew it. So now it's just tough, and you know. But so when you make your policy, try to put a little bit of thought in it. And believe it or not, when I'm grading y'all's work, I can kind of tell if you put thought in it. Some of you on your first assignment literally gave me 3 lines. A couple of you gave me like 5 lines. Some of you gave me very nice detailed papers. And to tell you the truth, I was actually speaking about this yesterday. I don't really know. I suck at names to begin with. So when I'm referring to the good or bad, I don't know which one of you had good or bad. I really don't. When I try to grade stuff, I really don't look at whose it is because I don't want to get favoritism in any way. So some of you did really good. Some of you, oh my God. So, you know, and I'm just putting a little bit of thought into it. Take a few minutes, you know. I'm going to show you an example of one today. So, everybody kind of okay on the assignment? Any questions on it? Okay. Pretty straightforward. All right.